guys, TheCampingRusher here. Welcome back to Factions Base Tour, a series here on pvp.thearchon.net where I go around my server and we pick out the best bases, the best faction bases throughout the entire server, no matter what faction's color it is on. Today we are on Faction Silver, looking at the faction Godsent, and they've got a pretty nifty base for us today. Now, keep in mind, every episode I ask you guys to leave a name for the base. Name the base while you're watching. And last episode, Russell Smith said, call it the Yeti, because of its snowy and ice theme, and also because it is such a gargantuan base. And the reason I chose this is, one, it had a lot of likes, and two, gargantuan is one of the coolest words I've ever heard in my life. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but thank you for your comment. Remember to think of a name as we are going through. So, as for the outside, we are on Faction Silver, so this is a cannoning server, so obviously a cannoning base. They have very much focused their efforts on wrap walls, and they've done, it looks like they're still genning, but they've genned at least an extra 30 to 40 walls here, plus on top of the wrap walls. And then over here, it works out very well for them because there's actually a second base that is almost fully protecting. It almost is. Where does the wraps end here? All these walls right here are protecting. These wrap walls here, this is protecting. There's a little portion here because the actual main base is smaller than the Godsent base. They're a little open here for attack. This is definitely their weaker side. But all in all, it saved them a lot of time and effort, and hopefully it doesn't come to bite them in the butt in the future. But we'll see about that. So the exterior, pretty standard for a cannoning factions base. So let's get to the interior where we can see some stuff. One thing I should point out before going down, this base is not fully complete. It's about 85 to 90% complete on the inside. And they wanted to wait another week, but I really wanted to tour this thing just in case anything happened. It's a very nice base. So yeah, they wanted me to let you know that this thing is not 100% complete yet. We start off at the bottom part of this base. And it's a weird way to start off, but this is one of the parts of the base that is not complete yet. This will be turning into a bar area that will be used for brewing potions, etc., is what I was told by the Godsent faction. But starting up, we head up the stairs, and the spiral staircase has become a very popular thing ever since I enjoyed the look of it. I mentioned that I really like the look of it, and it's become more popular, which I'm fine with because, hey, better sight for me, better preference for me. I'm always in. So we come up here, they've got an AFK room here, which don't know if it is of much use as there are not spawners around this area, so I don't understand the point of that, but either way, it looks cool. Now we get up to the main hub area, I think it is, and they got the big G for Godsent, different buttons that I don't want to touch, but I don't think they're of any use. They're just to look cool, and it does look cool. They've got a nice light atmosphere to this base on the interior with the sandstone, the quartz, the bricks. Very light, casual mood to the base, which I enjoy. I do like that. Now over here, what is this? Raid board. Oh, so these are the factions that they have raided, dude. Teen Wolf. Oh, so these are the empty ones. The diamonds are the ones they've raided. Spirits, McDonald's. Looks like lots of raids that Godsent has pulled off here. So that's cool, a raid board. We've seen that a couple times on this show before. They got a nice, beautiful water fountain, the fire torches, a very nice looking base. It's got a lot of detail to it, but it's not too crammed at the same time. Looks like this is where they're able to pick up their blaze spawners, nice and easily trapped in that area. And I guess this is the first room, but the spiral staircase just continues to go up and up. Now, I just want to check out the purpose of this ladder. No, it doesn't do much. What is over here? Here might be a raid drop-off area, it looks like. Or just a random what is this? This is like a random room with a picture frame and a bunch of unprotected chests. A little confused with that, but the central staircase here seems to connect most or all of the base. So let's keep using it as our transportation system. I don't think the water is faster. No, it's not. Well, maybe because I'm able to fly, but let's experience the staircase for what it is, dude. Let's walk up here. Go this way, Rush. You got this, buddy. All right, here we go. On to the next room, and look at that. They got the full-on Godsent fonts right there. They got like a cool Minecraft font with that one, too, using the the courts and the stairs and the half slab. It looks really good, the God sent title right there. But yeah, coming up to another room, it looks sort of similar. They keep a similar theme for this base as we go along the base. And I don't know what's up there. I assume IGs. And it seems to be another kind of central area. And this is where they would sell, of course, sell their IGs, make their money, do their thing. More raid drop-off chests. They've got lots of randomly scattered chests, so I'm just trying to get a hold on what's going on. But again, very detailed, very nice, great atmosphere. And let's head up to the next floor. Where do I even go here? I'm getting confused. This base is so detailed. I'm getting confused. There is a ladder right here that we can climb. And yes, I was right. These are IGs over here. And oh, this ladder is the form of transportation. Kind of cool. You openly go up a ladder with pigmen falling right beside you. Pretty cool aspect there. Here, just a nice little bedrock. This may be the chill area. Oh no, it's storage. Here is their storage. This is what I was confused, is where the actual storage for this base was located. But it's right here, kind of in the midst of everything, which is pretty epic. You've got the IGs here. So when you're in here, you don't see any IGs, but you could just see IGs falling, which is, I like that. I think that's cool. You can't really see the spawners from most areas in this room, but you can see the mobs falling. They've got lots of armor and protected chests, etc. We will get more into those as we get to the calculations. Let's head up. And again, the interior just looks really good. Very well designed. Let's head up to this part of the base. And what do they got up here? They got... And this, I think this is their last room. And they also said that they've got more to do here. I'm not sure what they're doing with it, though. So this is the final room that they seem to be preparing for more and more storage room. Because they didn't have too much storage room down there, let's be honest. The IGs shift up into this nice obsidian glass pattern. They've got a fair amount of IGs. They've, again, we'll get to that, but there's at least 50 IGs in there for sure. And we'll get to that in the calculations. Another G, very proud of their faction name, title, etc., which is good for a faction. Shows dominance and shows trust in the faction, I think, for sure. And then, of course, the beautiful, beautiful AFK room, which makes their iron golems spawn and wins them or grants them lots and lots of money. And that wraps up the interior of this base, as they still have a lot of work to do, but again, it is mostly complete, very close to being complete. We'll talk to them a little bit more about that once we get into an interview portion of the video here. But yeah, big ups to these guys for allowing me to base tour this thing. I know it wasn't completely done, so that was really cool of them. I like it. And let's go talk to these guys. Gentlemen, thank you for having me at this base and allowing me to base tour your base today. We got a couple people in the call. We got Shaba, Sonny, Pimp Daddy, and Rattle Tank, and TJ Mac. How's everyone doing today?
Very good.
Good, boys.
Great.
All right, good to hear, gentlemen. So I just got a couple questions about this base, find out a little bit more. I've already let people know that this base is not fully complete, but you guys were nice enough to allow me to tour this base just in case. It is absolutely beautiful, by the way, so good on you. But let's get into it. How long has the base been up?
How long has it been up, boys?
I'd say maybe around a month.
Around a month. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
so it's been around for a while. It's a successful base thus far. And all right. And was it a group effort to make this thing? Like, how much time did it take to create this base?
It took a while.
Yeah, definitely
A long time. We mined all the way down to bedrock for the trenches, for the wraps, and some walls, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, because they worked on the outside, like the walls mostly. I helped with like sand walls, whatnot, but I did the whole interior.
Okay, so Sonny, you are artistically talented, is what you're trying to say.
I guess so. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
I guess so, because the interior is very good. The wraps are, of course, very important as well. So a big group effort. So it took a bunch of time. Like, how much time in hours do you think? How many hours?
Oh boy.
To make the wraps
too many.
Too many.
Too many, yeah, that's for sure.
Well, I think it shows that you guys have put a ton of time, and you're not done yet. Oh, after a month, you're not done. But you guys seem to be doing things in the right order, as you have not been raided in a month, so good on you. All right, let's get into a little bit about your faction. You guys are now, according to F-List, according to your base, you guys are one of the, well, right now you're top of F-List. You're one of the best factions here on the faction server. Have you always been? Have you always been the top one at the top?
No, we definitely haven't.
Sadly not.
We've been trying for a while, and we're finally here. And
we had a lot of hiccups here and there, all the way up to this moment.
There's been a few bumps in the road, is what you're saying. Do you have any examples? What are some of those bumps in the road?
Some of those bumps would include about 3 to 4 insides.
Oh, jeez.
In a month.
Yeah.
In a month. Oh my God. And what convinced you? Like, what has changed? You've started this new base. It's been up for a month, but the month before this doesn't sound like it was that successful. What changed?
We kind of got, I mean, you go ahead, Dixie.
Okay. Well, we just decided to pretty much, just kick out the bad tomatoes in the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to say it that way. No, basically, so like the people who incited were kind of the sketchy ones to begin with, and like I don't know, they just could like get mad really easily, and like I don't know, maybe it was a good thing that they got I mean incited, because then we knew who our like main solid members were through all those like hard times, I guess you could say.
So exactly. I think going through those hardships, you find out who really are the good, trustworthy guys. I agree with that completely, and you've worked through it now. Perfect. So
then we finally got like a good member group, like a good mod group that we could like trust each other. So then we're like, you know what, guys, these are the boys, and we're gonna go all out on this base. So we're not gonna mess up this time.
Dang, dude, and it's worked out.
It's worked out very well.
Wow, good for you guys. So you've had some troubles, but again, you have emerged through it. You've worked through it, and you are now one of the top factions. Now, I'll ask this. Who was / is your main enemy? Like, you've been in 2 different stages, so I don't know how to ask this question. You've probably had main enemies before, and now new, more powerful main enemies now. So I don't know. Touch on one of those. Was or is? Who is your main enemy?
Guys, I would have to say Sovereign was our was our big first main enemy.
Sovereign,
the story with Sovereign was we were enemied, and then we got allied because they were allied with one of our really close allies. So then we're like, we need an ally because you're allied with Click, which was our really close ally, and so they became allies with us. And then basically it was they were allied to Spirits, which was our enemy, and we're like, it's between Spirits or us, Sovereign, and they chose Spirits. So then Rattle Tank didn't like that at all, and so did a couple other members in Sovereign. So Rattle Tank, come and explain your story here.
So basically the reason I kind of did the inside for Godsent was mainly because to make factions more interesting, because I don't know, kind of got bored. And then also, I mean, they chose Spirits, which I completely despise them, and I was really like, I was starting to get close with Godsent and stuff like that. So I decided to do it with Godsent, and I think it was probably like the biggest inside on Silver, I'd say.
Dang.
And, it was crazy.
It was really rich, I'd say that.
Wow, good on you. So you pulled a big move, and that kind of leaped you forward a huge step, taking down a big power faction. Well, good on you. Now you are mod Rattle Tank here on Godsent.
Not
he's not a mod quite yet, but he's
gaining the trust. Yeah, of course, that's how factions
he's gaining the trust. We got to be careful after 4 inside.
Yeah, of course. Now, final question, boys. How many bases? This one will be pretty quick. How many bases did you have before this one? You said you had some tough times. How many bases?
How many?
I'd say we probably had around 6 or 7.
Oh, jeez, man. That always got insided, right?
Yep. Never once been cannoned into.
Wow.
Or we messed up in some way and we had to redo it.
Dang.
Make another one, yeah.
Wow, boys, that is unfortunate, but it seems like, according to the longevity of this base, you guys have come a long way and are starting to figure things out within the faction world. Well, gentlemen, thanks again for letting me tour this base. I know it's not fully complete. We will re-look at it, hopefully in the next episode when it is complete. And yeah, nice meeting y'all, and take care. Ladies and gentlemen, the calculations are in. Here we go. Based on 70 Iron Golem spawners, 36 Blaze, 20 Creepers, 15 Pigmen, 1 Silverfish, 25 Dubs of Prop 4, 13 stacks of God Apples, 15 Bedrock, 3 stacks of Creeper Eggs, and $22 million worth of miscellaneous items. The total value for the Godsent base here on PvP.TheArchon.net is $217,480,000. Woohoo! Congratulations to you, Godsent. A very for a god base, an average amount of value in the base. And they're not even complete yet. So good on them. Doing very well here on Faction Silver, a non-OP faction server with over 200 million in value is very good. So congrats to them. Good on them. And as for the Silverfish Spawner, I did include that in the calculation. We didn't see it today because it is not placed down in the base, but they do possess it. I did get proof, and they do have it. With that being said, if you did enjoy this week's episode of Factions Base Tour, remember to touch that like button and join the Rushers by subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. There is a new episode of this series every single Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you want to apply to be in the series, just make sure you play on pvp.thearchon.net. Tell me which faction server you are on in the comments below and what your base or faction name is, and I will come check out your base, and you could be featured in the next episode. Thank you all for being here. You're all beautiful. Have an awesome evening. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.